Hey guys, what's going on? This is Namkraft and welcome to the next episode of Starcraft English Commentary Remaster. We will have Mini coming up against Soma. This is the second semi-final, second set. And the map is match point, two-player map with Mini spawning at the top right corner of the screen in yellow and Soma at the bottom right corner of the screen in blue, two-player map. And we just quickly show you some relevant information. First of all, let's get the map stats going on. So from the Protoss player's perspective, here the win rates in the last lifetime of this map. So this map knockout match point, is at the top of the list. Very good for Protoss, 61.5% win rate. So Mini should have no problem winning it on this map. He goes for a forward pylon, but he immediately moves his probe out to scout. This is a departure from the previous game where he opted for a bit more of an economic posture. I'll just quickly show you some relevant information. So first of all, here the win rates of the players in the semi-finals, and here the elo scores. Mini is the worst elo score rated player from the four for today's game, and as you can see, it's quite bad. And of course, here the top players. So as you can see, Soma is doing very well at number 4. But let's see if this will change anything at all. We have the probe finally arriving at the main base. There is a spawning pool. It looks to me like a 9 overpool. And then the probe comes out to check for the situation. He will apply a little bit of pressure. He does get this probe, this drone down a bit. The drone coming out checking for any kind of proxy building. Interestingly enough, I guess he doesn't. He's just going to move directly towards the scout. You do want to think about this kind of scouting from the Zerg perspective, but he immediately goes and expand. Okay, he completely ignores his base and go for a very far away base, and the fact that the probe is still out here checking for the situation means that he won't know about that presence of this base. I mean, is there something that Protoss can be doing early on to counter this? Not a lot, right? Because unless you have another probe out there at this specific instance in time, you might be able to do something, but he did not have it. And in order to come out here and check that there's no expansion, you need to leave the main base, and sometimes you will lose some harassing opportunities. So this is all about trading off here. But this probe is checking. He has seen that no expansion. The cannon comes up and there's going to be a gateway to seal things off. But there could be things like 3 hatch hydras, for example. And keep in mind, when you have a hatchery that is very close towards the Protoss side, like this base, for example, the hydras can flow out at a very quick rate. So keep that in mind. This drone though is going to try to expand, and he does have enough money to go for a hatchery. I don't think that Mini has spotted this hatchery. He has left the area just a bit prematurely. Alright, the wall has completely finished walling in, and we do have the probe transfer, so the game is going to stabilize just a little bit. And with that in mind, once again, let me just remind you of the best players in EST. Mini is not on this list, Soma is on this list, and here the win rates of the best players as well. Okay, so that's cool. And we have also the top earners last year. Mini is a very good earning player, and by the way, I will update this for the first half of this year soon. I just don't have it yet, so keep that in mind. This is in thousands of dollars exchange rate. All right, that is very cool. Let's get back to this game here. The opening has cleared out, so should I use this time to thank my fans? I guess, okay, getting the drones to go really far away, I don't know if this is actually worth it. I mean, the amount of time it takes to send 2 drones all the way across the map. Wouldn't it be better just to oversaturate your main base and make all of your army from this hatchery later than coming out here with these 2 additional drones? I don't know. I'm not a mathematician. I'm not an economist. I'm not a statistician. I'm just a commentator. Starcraft comedian is what I am. Anyways, 3 base clearing out, and we will have the mutating Zerg lair. This is an interesting take of this game here. I should have expected. What is that going to be? The Spire? Okay, sure, it's going to be the Spire. I was going to say, I was expecting 3 hatch Hydra because this expansion gives a lot of advantage for the 3 hatch Hydra build. But I guess not. You know what? Going for this hatchery early on is very interesting because it allows the Zerg player to actually mine that base out, and if the game ever goes to late game, you know that on this map, late game is very good for Protoss. Is it really good for Protoss? I guess it is. And that justified a very staggering win rate for Protoss. against Zerg. So if you're able to mine out this base, you know, before the game even gets to late game, it's really good. But anyways, before that, we will get this surrounded. The Zealots are trying to pull back, and he does get a few Zerglings destroyed, and that was a quite terrible engagement from Mini. He loses both Zealot, but he sends a third one out. Of course, the Zerglings are sniffing something, can actually see the Zealot or not. Looks like Soma has found it. There are some weak Zerglings, but this Zealot cannot find it potentially. So yeah, that is the end of this Zealot's life. Okay, he does get 2 Zerglings across, so that's not bad. And we have the first Corsair coming out now. There is the Spire. What that means is that this first Corsair will be able to hand out at least 1 Overlord. Where are the remaining Overlords on this map? Let's quickly check later. This is going to be a Hydroden. This is a hidden Hydroden. And Corsairs are attacking the Overlord on this side. Okay, this is interesting. He doesn't even scout the main yet. He's got a second Corsair. He needs to scout this Hydroden as soon as possible. He will go for this Overlord in the center of the map first. That is not bad. There are 2 cannons already. +1 underway. And there's going to be a cannon in the main and the Templar Archive. As you can see, Soma has opted for no Mutas, no Scourges yet. I guess he does have at least 1 pair of Scourges that's going to be backing up, but I think upgrades for Hydras will start immediately. Hatchery coming down, so that is going to be the second hatchery in that base. A total of 5 hatcheries total. Let's check what are these courses doing. They were flying to the main. They want to see if there are 2 Stargate or 1 Stargate. So far he has seen only 1. He would check this base. He cannot go through the other place to check. It's going to be all the way to the bottom. But Soma doesn't dare go there yet. There's going to be additional gateways here, so all is very cool. There is going to be a cannon. We do have some mutants because Flyer Carapace was being researched, so there are going to be no Hydras yet. Very interesting. He's making a lot of hatcheries, but he's not switching into mass Hydras. Instead, he will be going for a little bit of an air advantage, and that I think favors Protoss a little bit here. The Corsairs are coming out. They will have how many Corsairs here? I think that's a total of 5. Right, and the +1, it's not yet completed, but he's gonna hang out a little bit here. The Dark Templar checking his, he's a lot of Scourges. He's gonna double up on the cannons. He's got 1 cannon in the main. He might have more. The Mutants have moved across the map. Looks like the Dark Templar is gonna move right in though. He's seen the Sunken. He's gonna back up. As you can see, the Mutants have revealed themselves, but that's a signal, I think, for Mini to go for even another cannon. I think a third cannon in this space will be very good. We shall see. Massive Mutants are coming across the map. That's a lot of stuff. What does he have? Scourges, Mutas. This is going to be an Overlord. Spawning pool, interesting. Hatchery. I'm cycling through all of those steps if you can actually remember. Anyways, there's a dive in, but there are some Corsairs. I think there's about 6 Corsairs here, right? 6 Corsairs. The 7th one joining. And +1 should complete very soon. So this attack is not very good. The Dark Templar checking out the situation, not able to see anything of value. Is going to back up here. We still have that looks to me like 5 Mutants against 7 Corsairs. With the +1, it's going to complete very soon. In the main base, we have additional cannons, additional gateway. I love the placement of these cannons. They can protect for future drops in the late game. Overlord's moving away just to clear the visions and get a bit of a a little bit of a visual advantage here. There is the Hydrogen going for the Hydra speed upgrade, and this base is starting to mine out a little bit here. 1,000 minerals remaining out of 1,500 total. Now we have the Corsairs with the +1. The Zealot will have the +1. Leg is coming underway. The first attack against this base will be rough, but there are going to be a few seconds. I don't see any Hydras on the backside. Mutants will be diving here. So what is the plan? The probes are running away. The Corsairs are not returning. They would try to go for Overlord hunting instead. The Dark Templar has been revealed, and probes are falling fast, but this attack has commenced. There are some Zealot getting glitched in. What is this Zealot doing in the corner? Looks like the Archon will need to attack against maybe the hatchery or something like that. The Dark Templar is also here. He's gonna get the first spore destroyed. The Mutants are not returning. Mutants are here attacking, but there is one Corsair. Looks like Jaedong. No, not Jaedong. Soma not paying attention, and this base has fallen. The last of the Sunken is out. We don't have any more detection here. The cores, this Archon need to return. The Corsairs are flying away. The Mutants also gonna try to engage with only 3 more Mutants, not a lot. The Archon need to start to pound away at these eggs or something. He is not doing anything of the sort, and additional forces are coming from both sides here. We don't have anything else. The Mutants are returning, but as you can see, the Archon takes a few hits on those eggs, and the Zealot destroying the Hydras. The Archon will be within reach of those Mutants now. He still cannot get in. Why? He's so fat. He is so far. They need to go for this hatchery or something. It looks like behind this, the Corsairs are killing the rest of the Scourges, so they actually can reinforce now. This hatchery is about to burn down the Zealot, providing some nice coverage. Mutas are going away. The hatcheries are falling. Yes, this hatchery will get destroyed. Now the Archon will target on the Hydras with their nice splash damage. Zealots killing the rest of the forces. So this base has been cleared out. The Archon is still very strong. The Corsairs can go somewhere else and look for greener pasture. Finally, those units gonna get destroyed. We will have additional Mutas gonna get involved here. He's gonna try to go for some Overlord. This is way too many Corsairs. What are those Mutas doing? They're no match for these Corsairs. And they're gonna just try to swap themselves up into different groups here, but it's gonna be impossible. Mini has scored a decisive advantage. This place is completely wrecked. The mineral count is still around 1,000 or so. The rest of the Overlords go for, oh, this is a gold mine, killing so many of those units. He will try to go for the Mutas hunting as well. He gets another Overlord for free. And move across the map. There's still 9 Corsairs remaining. We will have massive Zealot with the +1 going for the Corsairs. For the Dragoon range. Where can this Corsairs fly? He is looking for an opening here, and one Corsair is very damaged. You need to find some locations to attack. He will go all of the Zealot towards this space. There's some Mutualists, but there are only 4 of them. And as you can see, the Corsairs are looking to find those Overlord. The Zealot will engage here to get some Hydra destroyed. Corsairs flying back, and GG from Soma. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.